Don't just sit there looking sad like you are the only one hurting. If you need a mom, you can borrow mine. But you have to stop pretending you are fine." The words hit Ethan Cross harder than any insult ever had. He looked up, blinking like he had been pulled out of deep water. His eyes were wet. His face was tight with the kind of control that was starting to fail. He was a billionaire CEO, the kind of man people feared, admired, and copied. Yet on that hospital bench, he was just another person losing a fight against his own regret. The hospital garden was quiet, clean, and cold in the shade. The air smelled like wet leaves and disinfectant drifting out from automatic doors. Somewhere inside, machines beeped and people whispered, but out here, the silence was worse, because it left too much room for thoughts. Ethan sat alone with his elbows on his knees and his hands locked together. His suit jacket was still perfect, but it looked wrong on him now, like armor that could not stop what was coming. People passed through the garden and recognized him. Some stared for a second. Too long, some pretended they did not. No one stopped. Power had always made Ethan look unreachable. Tonight, it just made him look untouchable. The little girl standing in front of him did not care. She was small, maybe 6 years old, with a puffy jacket that swallowed her shoulders. Her hair was pulled back in a messy ponytail like someone had done it quickly with tired hands. She hugged a stuffed rabbit with one ear bent and fur worn soft. Her eyes were serious, steady, and fearless. It's a kind of eyes that did not know how to flatter or lie. She climbed onto the bench beside him without permission, like she had decided this was now her problem too. She said her name was Lily. She said she saw him crying. It made her mad that grown-ups walked past him like sadness was something rude. Ethan tried to speak, but his throat tightened. He had spent his life winning arguments. He knew how to turn pressure into profit. He knew how to smile while destroying a competitor. But he did not know how to answer a child who looked him in the face and demanded honesty. Lily leaned closer and explained her rule. When someone looks like their heart is hurting, you either help or you are part of the hurting. She said her mom always helps. Her mom gives hugs that make your chest feel lighter. Her mom knows what to say when words get stuck. Then Lily made her offer again, like it was the most normal thing in the world. If you need a mom, you can borrow mine. Ethan's eyes closed for a second. His breathing shook. He felt a sharp sting behind his ribs, because the last time someone offered him comfort without wanting anything back, he could barely remember it. He finally asked Lily why she was here. She said her cousin was inside. His name was Noah. She said he got hurt and everyone was scared, even when they tried to act brave. She said she hated hospitals because they smell like worry. Said her mom told her to stay close. At the name Noah, Ethan's head lowered again, as if the word carried. Wait. His hands tightened. Lily noticed immediately. She poked his arm gently and asked why he was really here. The truth pushed up like a tide. Ethan did not want to say it, saying it would make it real. But Lily's gaze held him in place. He told her he was waiting for a boy named Noah, too. He told her he might be Noah's father. Lily stared at him, then looked back at the hospital doors as if she were putting the pieces together. She did not gasp. She did not judge. She simply asked the question that hurt the most because it was so simple. Then why weren't you here before? Ethan swallowed hard. The answer was ugly. It had no heroic shape, just selfishness dressed up as ambition. Weeks ago, a letter arrived. A letter written with care, not anger. It said he had a son. It said Noah was 11. It said he liked drawing and old space movies. It said he asked about Ethan sometimes. Not for money, not for attention. Just because kids want to know where they come from. Ethan had stared at the letter in his office, the city glowing behind. Him through glass. His assistant had waited for instructions. His phone had buzzed with meetings and deadlines. He told himself it could wait. He told himself he needed proof. He told himself he was too busy. Then later arrived like punishment. The call came this morning. Noah was in an accident. In surgery, Noah needed family. Ethan drove to the hospital with his hands steady on the wheel and his heart losing control in his chest. He walked halls filled with bright lights and quiet fear. He heard his name whispered by staff and strangers, but none of it mattered. He was not powerful in the one way that counted. He could not rewrite time. Lily listened, legs swinging off the bench, rabbit pressed to her chest. When Ethan stopped talking, she held the rabbit out to him like a tool. "Hold this. It helps people stop breaking." Ethan took it carefully. The rabbit was warm from her arms. It smelled faintly like laundry soap and something sweet, like cereal. It felt real in a way his entire life rarely did. A door opened behind them. A woman stepped into the garden with tired eyes and a strong walk. She scanned for Lily first, relief flashing when she spotted her. Then she saw Ethan and stopped, her body going still with confusion and caution. Lily waved brightly like this was good news. "Mom, I found a sad mister. I loaned you to him." The woman approached slowly. She looked at Ethan's face and saw something she could not ignore. Not status, pain. She asked who he was waiting for. Ethan hesitated, pride rising like a shield. Then he said Noah's name. He said he thought he was the father. He said he was afraid he was too late. The woman's breath caught. Her eyes filled. She nodded slowly as if the truth had been standing near her for a long time and finally stepped forward. She said her name was Mara. She said she knew Noah. She said Noah was her nephew. Ethan froze, as if the ground shifted under him. Mara explained in pieces that felt like a storm. Noah's mother had been her sister. Her sister passed away 2 years ago after an illness that moved too fast. Noah had been raised with family and love filling the gaps, but gaps still existed. Ethan asked the question that revealed the worst part of him, the part that was terrified of what he deserved. "Did he hate me?" Mara shook her head slowly. Her voice stayed steady, but her hands trembled. "He wondered about you. He asked why you never came. He asked if he did something wrong. He asked if he mattered." Ethan's face tightened, his eyes lowered. The air felt thinner. Lily leaned closer and spoke with the blunt mercy only a child could offer. "Then prove he matters. It's not later." Now, they waited together after that. 3 people connected by one boy and a truth that could not be undone. The garden held their silence. Time crawled. Ethan's leg bounced, then stopped. His fingers tightened around the rabbit, then loosened. When the doctor finally stepped outside, everything in Ethan locked into place. Mara stood first. Ethan followed. Heart pounding so hard it hurt. The doctor said Noah was out of surgery. Noah was stable. There would be recovery. There would be pain. There would be time. Time. Ethan's relief hit like a wave. His shoulders sagged. His eyes shut for a moment, and he breathed like a man returning from underwater. Lily grabbed his hand, small fingers wrapping around his like a promise. "See, you're still here. That means you can still fix it inside." The hallway was bright and cold. The smell of disinfectant clung to everything. Ethan stopped outside Noah's room and stared through the glass. A boy lay still, pale, bandaged, breathing slow. Machines blinked steadily beside him. Dada's heart broke again, but differently now. It's not only from guilt. From love arriving late and refusing to leave, Mara told Ethan the truth without softness or cruelty. Noah might not trust you. Noah might be angry. Noah might need time. But if you keep showing up, he will feel it. Kids feel what people do, not what they promise. Ethan nodded, voice low and steady. "I will show up, even when it is uncomfortable. Even when I feel ashamed. I will show up." He opened the door and stepped in quietly. Noah's eyes fluttered. Opened just a little, confused, weak. His gaze drifted toward Ethan, then away. As if he did not know what to do with the man standing there. Ethan did not push. He moved closer slowly, respectful of the space between them, as if that space was earned, and he had not earned it yet. He spoke softly. He said his name, said he should have come sooner. He said he was here now. Noah turned his head away again, not rejecting, not forgiving, just surviving. Ethan sat down in the chair beside the bed and stayed. He held still. He let the silence work for him instead of against him. Outside the room, Lily leaned against Mara with a satisfied look, like she had done what grown-ups kept failing to do. She whispered that big people forget simple things, so kids have to remind them. That night, Ethan Cross, the billionaire CEO who could buy almost anything, finally understood the one thing money could never purchase. A second chance only exists if you show up when it counts. And the only reason he found the courage to step through that door was because a little girl with a bent-eared rabbit looked at a powerful man falling apart and decided he deserved kindness. Anyway, if this story hit you, comment where you are watching from and what you would have said to Ethan on that bench. Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more emotional stories about second chances, quiet courage, and the small voices that change everything.